Good morning. Happy Mother's Day. For all of you that drove through storms and lots of water to be here today to celebrate, how awesome. And how awesome it is to get to take a minute to pause like we just did and go within and connect with God and really just give thanks for our mothers. We should do that every day. We should do that absolutely every day. And I love Mother's Day because, well, for many reasons. But I love to get to speak on Mother's Day because it gives me an excuse to talk about stories of my mother and my mothers, actually. And I like telling stories, so it's a great day to actually get a chance to do that. And I want to find out right now if you are here for the very first time and you're a mother. We don't normally make you stand up and single you out. And here's the deal today. No matter what happens for the rest of the day, all mothers get to leave with gifts. So it's worth the price of admission. You get roses, caragonias, and maybe something else, hugs and handshakes, I'm sure, kisses. But if it's your first time, because I know I have at least one or two mothers here for the very first time, will you raise your hand for me? And my man David, come up here for a second, and was Nicholas going to help you? Y'all come up here. These are future preacher boys here, okay? So they're going to assist me in this next maneuver we're about to do. So raise your hand, let me see. We have at least two, one, two. Anybody else? Okay, so we are going to honor you for being brave enough to come here on Mother's Day for the first time. So please stand up, and we have a little present for you right now. And camera, make sure to capture these guys because they're sharp and the mothers are sharp. Take it to the mothers that are standing up.
Daddies can be mothers too.
Huh?
Daddies can
be mothers too. Okay, that's true. Well, first let's give them new mothers a big round. Mother of Summer back there and mother of Indy here for the very first time. So thank you for blessing us with your presence and being here. We have a first-time grandfather?
Yes.
And it takes a real man to take a rose, and we know he's willing to do that. First-time grandfather, congratulations, Andre. Really awesome. Thank you. There's so many incredible stories about, you can stay up here all the time if you want to, I'll let you guys speak a little bit if you want to. God is what? Not as good. So Jeannie, also, before you leave, we have something very special coming up very soon where mothers and all ladies will get together for a 7-week class starting Monday night where you guys get to examine your core beliefs. The core beliefs that you have, maybe that you've had since you were 2 years old, 3 years old, and discussing ways to removing obstacles to owning your power. And owning your power is what this month at Unity is about. It's the faculty of the month, power. So I know we'll talk about that more in announcements. But isn't that awesome? Because we have the men's group led by our newly minted grandfather that is awesome. And now we have our women's group starting. And that is, would you say it with me? Wow. Say it with me now. Wow. That is a very wow thing. There's so many wow stories that I've heard about mothers in this congregation and from my mothers and stories that I've heard. Just off the top of my head, a gentleman that I talked to has a 70-pound mother. They had 11 children. Counted 11 children. I see some mothers going like that. No way that's going to happen. Never say never. But this mother grew up in Arkansas. She had 11 children, and she made sure that they got 3 meals every day. She cooked from scratch 3 meals. And breakfast, no matter what, they had to have breakfast. And they had to have, he said, extra crispy, extra well-done bacon. They had to have 4 preserves. Imagine that, getting a homemade preserve, 4 different types every morning for his adult life. And he began to lose his, she would get up at 4 in the morning to do this also, which I found pretty extraordinary, to get up at 4 in the morning because they had to be in the fields by light. So that's what that was about. But he began to lose his eyesight as a teenager. And she said, I always be with you, baby. And he said, you're calling me baby. Because she said, you'll always be my baby. Isn't that a momism? You'll always be my baby. She said, I'll always be with you here. And through God, I'll always be with you. But I won't be with you physically. So you're losing your eyesight, and you are going to have to learn to take care of yourself. So what an interesting, challenging thing for a mother to be able to have to tell that to a child. I love other motherisms too that I think of, like the one, have you ever told your child, well, if he told you to go jump off a bridge, would you do that too? I used to get that one kind of often. Power of mothers. That's what we're talking about today. The power of mother. The power is in their compassion. The power is in their openness to be able to say that to a child, to say these type of things to a child. Mothers have the power because they bring life, don't they? They bring life from the womb, which is pretty incredible if you think about it. They also have their power in their creativity to raise a child. Doesn't it take creativity to raise a child? Because you're teaching them. And you mothers and dads out there, can you think of where you had to be extra creative, to get really creative? Where's Linda Black at? Is she here today? Is she with us back here today somewhere? Yeah, in the back row. I love the story that you don't know that I know about you. It's not embarrassing. That comes later, but of you. Apparently you had a child that liked to dress up every day. And so you had to actually create patterns and create outfits and new outfits every day to be creative, to keep raising her and that type of thing. And then more than that would happen when you decided to cut her hair off as a child. That was a little bit traumatic for young Amanda here. I pick on you, it's your first day to lead off the new platform today, so congratulations for that. And you had your hair cut, and what happened then was you weren't functioning very well. You didn't like it, so you guys came up with creative ideas to let her seem like she had long hair, including wearing a long towel. So she would actually go to church or wherever with a long towel around her head so that she could something. As you can tell, Jeff also has a good issue with long hair. And what's the other thing? Oh, she made you a wig out of yarn. So when do I get to see these pictures of you wearing a wig with yarn? That would be pretty awesome.
It was a very good year for small town girls on the village green.